What's going on, guys? FDR Gaming here, and today we're going to be doing a live commentary to our game as we go over the 4.3 content update, which came out a couple days ago, and then they've been increasing more stuff that's going on with the update as the days go by. Like last night, they added some stuff with the loot llamas and minigun, which I'll explain in this video, as well as just a couple hours ago, they changed up the shotguns and also traps. So starting off this video, we're going to be talking about those shotguns, and shotguns have now got a major nerf. And the pump shotgun now, instead of doing 90 and 95 damage for the green and blue, it now does 80 and 85. As well as the headshot multiplier on the weapon has gone down from a 2.5 to a 2. Which, that is really scary for the pump shotgun, because now instead of it being able to do a 200 headshot, it can now only do a 170 at max if you have the blue one. Only a 160 if you have the green. So now, in my opinion, that's going to be a major flaw in an update, because now a lot of people are going to be moving away from those pump shotguns and moving into the tacs or the heavies, because now the heavy and the pump do the same headshot crit rate, but the heavy has more range and shoots a lot faster, which it should be better in my opinion. Like right now the heavy is not that good just compared to the pump and tac, but it should be better because it is a purple and gold weapon. Also, the tac shotgun's headshot multiplier has had the same effect, where it's going down from a 2.5 to a 2, which doesn't really affect that gun as much because not a lot of people are using it for its great headshot multiplier. So shotguns all around, their damage has decreased and has gone from a 2.5 to a 2, which that'll change up the whole playstyle of almost every player, because now the heavies actually have the highest crit ratio, I believe. And that just makes them so much better than all the other shotguns, because if you can land those headshots, especially from range that the heavy shotgun has, you can do some serious damage to people. Now the next thing we're going to be looking at is traps. And the traps, as we know, it started off with 150 damage, and then it went down to 125, and then a few weeks ago they changed it to 75. Now when it went from 150 to 125, a few people were mad, but traps were still usable. But that 75 update just completely almost took them out of the game. They should have been vaulted at that point. But now they've actually increased the damage back up to 150, which is just huge, because now traps can be used again. They're effective, especially at the end of matches. We can actually use them to finish off those last players, which is always a really fun way to end the game. And the last thing we're going to be talking about with these major updates is going to be the jetpack and the minigun. Now the jetpack, as you guys know, was the limited time item. It was only a limited time item, and now it's being taken out on Monday. And I actually made a video about how much I didn't like the jetpack and how they should take it out. But now that it's actually being gone, since that video, I've actually grown to like it, and the fact that it's leaving so soon now is actually kind of sad. It was fun to use while it lasted, but you guys can make sure to use that before Monday, and that's when it's going to be gone. And the last major thing we're going to be talking about is the minigun, and actually the supply llama too. I forgot about the supply llama. But the minigun's accuracy is increased by 10%, the light ammo spawn is increased from 60 to 90, and the damage against structures is increased from 25 to 30. Now this is huge, because now the damage against structures going from 25 to 30 means that in duos and squads, this is going to be a very viable weapon to pick up, as one player can just use the minigun, have all that ammo, because now that it has increased spawn rates for the ammo, they have all of that ammo, and they can just mow down a base, while the other one or two or three other guys, they just go in there and they just clean up. They just clean up the other team. No building against the minigun when it shoots that fast and they have that much ammo. Also, with the accuracy increasing, it makes this gun so much more useful in close quarters when that's all you have at the beginning of the game. Or if you just don't have a shotgun in general because you haven't found one, you can actually use a minigun instead now, which would be really great. But now the final thing we want to talk about is supply drops. And now supply drops, if you guys haven't heard yet, have gotten a major nerf with them, where the materials that they spawn are going from 500 to 200, which is just a huge change, because now if you go find a supply llama, it almost doesn't seem worth it to go grab it. Now the supply llamas going down to 200 per resource, that just makes building in this game also a lot more hard, because now we won't get as many materials. And also, the loot stacks on the ground have gone down from 30 to 20 for ammo, and that just makes the whole building aspect of this game so much more difficult, because now we won't get as many materials, or we'll be forced to harvest for it, which just takes out gameplay time, because now we just have to waste time on just destroying trees and rocks, and it just overall not a great update for the supply llama. Also, they're taking out the explosive ammo in the supply llamas, and they're actually decreasing the spawn rates of explosive ammo, which just overall is making RPGs and grenade launchers at the end of the games less useful, because you might run out of rockets a lot easier now. Overall, that's the 4.3 content update, and I'll make sure to leave a link to the full thing down below in the description if you want to read it. If you just want to read it for yourself, or if you want to read the Save the World part of it, because obviously this is a Battle Royale video, so I'm not going through that. I'll just leave that below in the description, and make sure you guys just leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.